Hey, aloha, I'm Mark J. And first thing I want to say is mahalo, right here from the heart. Last week we put up a blog and talking about how to plan your year using 9 words before you sit down and build a plan of action. And this last week, and this is what the thank you is for, this last week was a record for people emailing us, asking us, what do I actually need to do to plan out the year? I got the 9 words, so I started the right way, and there's a link to that blog here. But fundamentally, how do you separate yourself from the competition? How can I separate myself from my old self and perform differently? How can I separate myself from all these other people out there? Well, that's really what I want to talk to you about. And the first thing that you have to understand is you've got to divorce yourself from the nonsense that's out there. What's the nonsense? Well, first of all, buy leads. Secondly, magic websites and systems that are going to generate leads for you, slamming your link all over Facebook and trying to tell everybody you got the best deal. That's total nonsense. But inside that nonsense, because that's the way the mass is moving, creates, I promise you, the biggest opportunity in the history of network marketing. And I'm telling you that with total conviction because, here it comes, the art of conversation, which was deteriorating on a regular basis, has now basically dropped off the table. People don't know how to talk to each other. So let me tell you what our core philosophy is. Keep that thought in mind, and then I'll show you how to separate yourself from the competition. Myself and my wife, the fabulous Davine, are living inside this dream because of an essay I came across in the mid-90s. I think it's the greatest essay that's ever been written. There's a link down there for it. It's called Emerson's Law of Compensation, and it's worth looking up a few words and understanding. It will make you rich. Emerson's Law of Compensation, reduced to 4 words, is give more, get more. Give more fear, get more fear. Give more love, get more love. Give more kindness, get more kindness. It's just the way the universe works. So, with that in mind, I realized in the mid-90s, give more. What do I need to give people to be successful? And we'll get to that in a minute. It's 2 simple things will separate you dramatically from the competition. But to give more, you have to have it. Everybody knows you can't give away what you don't have. So here are the 2 things that'll separate you from the competition. And it's a promise. This is so true. I'm actually drooling over the idea of getting back into network marketing. We don't need to, but it's like so easy now because nobody knows how to talk to anybody. Talking to people is a skill, and I'll give you one quick skill at the end of this that you can use and get instant results with. But talking to people is a skill, so you have to have the skills to teach people when you enroll them so they can be successful. And if you give more of that, you'll get more of that. How do you get more in network marketing? They start teaching it to other people and they get better results. The second thing, and Dave and I like to call this, Dave's my wife, we like to call this M&M. And I'm not talking about Marshall, the rap star, right? I'm talking about the sweet candy, M&Ms, okay? We're in a sweet business. You got to have the mind and the method. The skills are the method. The mindset is the really important thing, because to make changes in the way that you're operating takes work. You know, motivational speeches, it's like sitting in a warm tub. They sound great when you hear these motivational speakers, but in virtually no time at all, what are you doing? You're sitting in a puddle of cold, dirty water, and you're chirping what they said, but nothing happens in your organization. And we also realize this. Now, in 1971, I actually was trained by W. Clement Stone. If you don't know who he is, he's the guy that took Napoleon Hill's work, which was brilliant, Think and Grow Rich, and actually got it to be a household word. It was Stone that made Hill rich and famous. So the 2 things that you need to be able to give people are the mindset, not motivational dribble, and the methods, the skills. Once they know the skills, the only thing that can hold them back is the limits in their mind. Now, next week, I'm actually going to be taking people into a Think and Grow Rich course. We're going to walk you through it. You can get early notification down there, as well as the 6 essential skills so that the prospect presents to you. You can recruit rejection free. That's actually a 3-part series that's going to come out around the 16th or 17th of January. We did a lot of work on it. I think you're going to love it, learn a lot, and be able to use it and make some money. So the way that you separate yourself from the competition is look at what everybody else is doing. They're not freaking talking to anybody. Forget about it. That's great, because they're no problem. The only problem is what we do in our mind and then the skills that we execute. So here's a really simple skill. I'm sure you bring up the business and people say, oh, what is it? Do you have a perfect answer for that? Do you have an answer? When people say, what is it, after you've struck interest, do you have an answer that makes them demand from you a presentation on the spot? Probably not. So here you go. If you said to me, what is it? I'd say, well, you know, I can give you a presentation, but it would take like an entire minute. When do you think you give me an entire minute? What do you think they say? 100% of the time they say, right now. Now, is this a different feeling for you, where the prospect asks you for a presentation and demands one? It sure was for me, it sure was for my wife, but what was really great, it sure was for our team, and we started giving that away. They started getting results, people in, and they started giving it away, and there it was, Emerson's Law. We give more, get more. But you can't give away what you don't have. So if you want the mindset and you want the skills that are not fear-based but faith-based, and that's a big, big thing in separating yourself from the competition. We see still in network marketing after all these years, people are using fear to try to get people in rather than having an authentic, transparent conversation. So grab early notification of that. Leave me a comment down there. Tell me how you feel about this, and please keep the emails and comments coming about what you'd like to see here. I got nothing to do. Network marketing was great to us, and we would absolutely love to know what you would like to know about so that you can be successful. Because if you'll notice in this shot, I'm not drinking coffee with anybody. My favorite thing to do. Get rich, come to Kauai, coffee on me. So if you're seeing this anyplace else except at the blog, worldslaziestnetworker.com, head over there. You'll see about 9 free skills that you can instantly use and instantly share with your team. You have something to give them. Let's review. The mind and the method. Those are the two things. The right mindset and the right method are the skills to be able to talk to people effectively. So look for that video series. It's going to be on the 17th or 18th. You can get it a couple of days early if you'll opt in down below for early notification. Share this with your team. Peace be the journey, and a mahalo for giving us a great subject to talk about. Separate yourself from the competition. Do it now.